All right, Title 49 CFR, Volume 2, Part 174, Carriage by Rail, Subpart A, General Requirements. 174.1, Purpose of Scope. 174.2, Limitation Action, State, Local Governments, Indian Tribes. 174.3, Unacceptable Hazard Material Shipments. 174.5, Carrier Material Supply. 174.9, Safety, Security, Inspection, Acceptance. 174.14, Movements to be expedited. 174.16, removal of disposition of hazardous material and destination. 174.20, local carrier restrictions. Subpart G, general operating requirements. 174.24, shipping papers. 174.26, notice of train crew. 174.50, no non-conforming leaking packages. Subpart C, general handling and loading requirements. 174.55, general requirements. 174.57, cleaning cards. 174.59, marking placard of the rail cars. 174.61, transportation vehicles, freight containers on flat cars. 174.63, portable tanks, IM portable tanks, IBC, large package and cargo tanks, and multiple tank car tanks. 174.67, tanker car unloading. 174.81, segregation of hazardous material. Subpart D, handling placard rail cars, transportation vehicles, freight containers. 174.82, general requirements for the handling of placard rail cars, transportation vehicles, freight containers, bulk packages. 174.83, switching placard rail cars, transportation vehicles, freight containers, bulk packaging. 174.84, position in train loading placard rail cars, transportation vehicle, freight containers, bulk packaging, and accommodating company budget cards and technical escorts. 174.85, position of train and placards, transport vehicles, freight containers, and bulk packages. 174.86, maximum allowable operating speed. Subpart E, Class 1 explosive material. 174.101, loading class explosive material. 174.102, forbidding mix and loading storage. 174.103, disposition manager stray shipment. 174.104, Division 112, explosive material car selection, preparation, inspection, certification. 174.105, routing shipment division 11 and 12, explosive material. 174.106, order notify or COD shipment divisions of 11, 12, explosive material. 174.110, car magazines. 174.112, loading division 13, division 12, explosive materials. Also see 174.101. 174.114, record to be made changing seals on cars loaded with the Division 11 and 12 explosive materials. 174.115, loading Division 14 explosive materials. Subpart F, detailed requirements for Class 2 gases material. 174.200, special handling requirements. 174.201, Class 2 gases materials cylinders. 174.204, tanker car delivery of gases including chirogenic liquids. 174.290, materials extremely poisonous made on inhalation shipped by or for or to Department of Defense. Subpart G, detailed requirements for Class 3 flammable liquid materials. 174.300, special handling equipment. 174.304, Class flammable liquid materials in tanker cars. 174.310, requirements of operation of high hazard flammable trains. Subpart H and I, reserve. Subpart J, detailed requirements for Division 6-1, poisonous materials. 174.600, special handling requirements for materials extremely poisonous inhalation. 174.615, cleaning cards. 174.680, Division 6-1, poisonous materials and food staffs. Subpart K, detailed requirements for Class 7 radioactive material. 174.700, special handling requirements for Class 7 radioactive material. 174.715, cleanliness and transport vehicles after use. 174.750, incidental involving leakage. Authority Title 49 U.S. Standard Code 5101 and 5128, Title 49 1.81, 1.97. Alright, Subpart A, General Requirements. Purpose and scope of this part prescribes requirements in addition with the those contained in the parts of 171, 172, 173, 179, and subchapters of observance with respect for the transportation hazardous material in on and rail cars. 174.2, the limitation of the actions of state of local governments Indian tribes. Section 512521, 20106, Title 49 United States Code, limit the authority of state and political divisions sites from the Indian tribes to impose requirements of the transportation hazardous material in commerce for the state and local Indian tribe requirements from the transportation hazardous material by rail may be expected and preempted under the Title 49 U.S. Standard Code 5125 or 20106 or both. Section 171(1)(f) is the subchapter to describe the circumstances under the Title 49 U.S. Standard Code 5125, and preempt the requirement of the state political subdivision of the state and Indian tribe. Under Federal Railroad Safety Act, Title 49 U.S. Standard Code U.S. Title 49 U.S. Standard Code 20106, Administrative of the Federal Railroad Administration, see Title 49 CFR Part 200 through 244. Laws and regulation order related to railroad safety and courting security, we shall be notified to inform the extent of the practical state may adopt and continue to force the law, regulations, ordering, covering subject matter as adopt regulation and order applicable to railroad safety and security, including the requirements for the subpart only and additional more stringent and state law regulations or orders necessary to eliminate and reduce central local safety security hazards is not incompatible with law, regulation, or order of the United States government, does not responsibly burden the interstate commerce. 174.3 Unacceptable hazard material shipment. No person may accept transportation, transport by railroad any shipment hazard that is not in conformance with the requirements of this subchapter. 174.5 Carriers, materials, and supply. The subchapter applied with the transportation, carrier, material supplying, moving by rail, except the shipper's certification not required for these material supplies that are being transported by carriers who own them. The requirements of subchapter do not apply with railway torpedoes, fuses when they are carried in the engines of rail cars. Railway torpedoes must be closed in metal boxes when not in use. 174.9 Safety, security, and inspection. Each hazard location. Each location where hazardous materials except for the transportation placed on a train. The carrier must inspect each of the railway car containing the hazardous material at the ground level. The required markings, labels, placards, securement of the closure, leakage. These inspection may be performed in conjunction with the inspection required in parts 215, 232 of this title for each of the railway car containing an amount of the hazardous material requiring a placard in accordance with 172.504 subchapter. The carrier the most visually inspected of the rail car at the ground level, the signs of tampering and including closure and seal of the suspicious items do not belong, or for the other items that do not other signs that security of the car may have been compromised, including the presence of the improvised explosive device. Even the section improvised explosive is a device fabricated with the improved manner of the incorporating of the explosive, destructive, lethal, noxious, pyrotechnic, incendiary chemicals in its design generally include the power supply, switch, and timer, designator, and initiator. The carrier should be particularly intended for the signs of the security may have been compromised with the railway cars transporting materials covered in statute 172.820. If the subchapter railway car quantities ammonia nitrate mixtures in solid form of the hazardous material interest based on the current threat of the information. C. If a rail car does not conform with the safety and security requirements of the subchapter, the carrier may not be forwarded to transport. The railway car's efficiencies are corrected or in car approved of the movement in accordance with the statute 174.50. Wherein an indication tampering a suspicious item is found, the carrier must make an appropriate action to ensure the security of the railway car contents that have not been compromised before accepting the rail car for further movement. If the carrier determines the security of the rail car has been compromised, the rail car must take action. The carrier must take action. The conformance while existing security plan subpart I of this part 172 of subchapter address the security issues before forwarding the railway car and further movement. All right, 174.14 movements to be expedited. A carrier must be forwarded each shipment of the hazardous material promptly within 48 hours. Saturday and Sundays and holidays excluded, with the acceptance for the originating any point of the recipient at any yard transfer station interchangeable point, except where bi-weekly and weekly service only the performed and shipment of hazardous material must be forwarded on the first available train. B. A tanker car loaded with Division 2-1 flammable gas, Division 2-3 poisonous gas, and Class 3 flammable liquid material may not be received and held at any point subject to the forward orders, so that it defeats the purpose of the Section 204 of this subchapter. 174.16 Removal and disposition of the hazardous material destination. Delivery at non-agency station. The shipment of the Class 1 explosive material may not be done loaded with a non-agent station unless the consignor is there to receive unless properly locked in secure storage facility or provided with the point of the protection. And delivery cannot be so made that the shipment must be taken to the next or nearest agency station for delivery. B. A delivery at agency station. A carrier should require the consignor of each of the shipments of the hazardous material to remove the shipment from the carrier's property within 48 hours, exclusive of the Saturday, Sunday holidays, and after notice of arrival of the descent given to them. Not so remove the carrier shall immediately dispose of the situation and as follows. Division 1112, explosive materials. If storage is available to made by storage of the owner expense, if the storage is not available by the returner of the ship or sale of the destruction under supervision of a component of the person, if the safety requires the by destruction under the supervision of the component of a competent person. 2. Hazardous materials except the Division 1112 explosive material and carload shipments. By storage of the carrier's property for the storage and other than carrier properties for the safe storage for the carrier's property is not available to made by or by sale of the expiration 15 calendar days after the notice of arrival has been sent, given to the consigner, provided that the consignee has been notified with the non-delivery expiration with the 48-hour the order period. Orders for disposition have not been received. All right, hazard material except the divisions 1112 Class A materials in the less than a carload shipment. By return of the shipment, notice of the non-delivery was required for the given the consignor with the consignee with the prescribed with the carrier's share of the order for the return of the shipment to have the receipt of the storage for the carrier's property, storage or other carrier's property if the storage of the carrier's property is not available or by sale the expiration of 15 calendar days after notice of arrival that has been sent or given the consignor, provided that the consignee has been notified with the non-delivery expiration with the 48-hour period. Orders disposition have been not received. 174.20 Local carrier restriction. When local conditions make it an acceptance transportation of the delivery of the hazard materials, usually hazard local restrictions may be imposed by the carrier. Each carrier must report with the Bureau of Explosion for publication. Full information to any of the restriction which impose against any acceptance, delivery, when the transportation has material over any portion of the lines under this section. That was subpart A 174. We're going to split.